What's good everyone, it's Kajani with a crafting and gathering overview of the preliminary patch notes for Final Fantasy XIV patch 6.2. There are a lot of exciting things coming in patch 6.2, so let's get started. Players can no longer collect items as a Disciple of Hand or Disciple of Land from certain fates. I didn't know that this was even possible until I read these patch notes. How it works is that you would join a fate that involves collecting items, then you collect the items as a Disciple of Hand or Disciple of Land, and once you've collected everything for the fate, you switch to a Disciple of War job to turn the items in and receive credit. I didn't know how you would even figure this out in the first place, but enjoy it while it lasts. Furnishings from the Final Fantasy XIV Furnishing Design Contest have been added. Of course, with every patch we get new craftable furnishings. We have a new wall clock here to the left, the world's smallest window in the center, and a nice looking shelf to the right. Then we have more furnishings here. I think that portrait of Tataru will be purchased with bicolor gems, so be sure to stock up on those. Looks like we will also be getting a new Phasmascape, this time of Costa del Sol. I believe all the Phasmascapes they've released thus far can be purchased from your local housing merchant. A new seed for flower pots has been added. In 6.0, we are getting sweet pea seeds. The seeds grow into flowers that are often used to craft earrings, necklaces, and other accessories. They often look really nice, so it's definitely worth picking up the seeds from your local housing merchant. New aquarium fish have been added. As with pretty much every patch, Final Fantasy XIV adds new fish to put in an aquarium. Pictured here is Aquamaton. It's a rare big fish that was introduced in Shadowbringers. I always felt that with the amount of effort it takes to catch a big fish, you should be able to display more of them in aquariums. I mean, otherwise, all the big fish that you end up catching just take up inventory space or become fine sand. If you want to get Aquamaton before patch 6.2, you can purchase it from the market board or try catching one yourself. New items are available in exchange for Skybuilder scripts. Looks like we will be paying a visit to Any in the Firmament to see what new items she'll have in patch 6.2. I honestly have no idea what new items they could be adding. Maybe updating the materia listing to include the 9s and 10s. Next on the patch notes, we have certain items can now be sold, desynthesized, or submitted for expert delivery missions. If your desynthesis skill is low, I recommend desynthing the gear that this will apply to. Overall, desynthing gear released in the current tier is a good way to get current tier mats to keep for yourself or sell on the market board. Now for an unexpected yet very welcome quality of life improvement. The maximum store for crafters and gatherers scripts has been increased from 2,000 to 4,000. This is easily one of the best things that we're gonna get in patch 6.2. Now for one of the more interesting things that are coming in patch 6.2. New recipes requiring a sufficient level of quality to complete synthesis have been added. Certain recipes added in 6.2 will denote a required level of quality to complete synthesis. Even should the progress bar be filled, the synthesis will fail if the quality requirements are not met. Basically, if you can't meet the specified level of quality requirement and the overall progress, you won't be able to craft the item. I believe the quality requirement will apply to the new master recipes. I also believe if you have the right combination of stats, rotation, and maybe some high quality mats, that you won't have to worry about the minimum quality requirements. On the flip side, if you don't have the proper gear, let's say script gear, I believe you won't be able to craft the new master recipes. I think this will ultimately reward players for putting the time, effort, and the gil to have good stats and have good gear. Moving on, new master recipes have been added. The new master recipe books will contain recipes for the new raid food, intermediary materials, raid gear, potions, and other good stuff. If we anticipate the books costing 1,200 white scripts, then you will need 9,600 scripts for all the books. Yeah, that's a lot of scripts, y'all. If you haven't already, I suggest you start crafting and stashing collectibles in your inventory so that way you can get all the books on day one. A master's recipe tab has been added to the crafting log window. This is just a simple quality of life feature, gives easy access to all the master recipes. New miner and botanist gathering points have been added. These gathering points are most likely the new legendary nodes. New items have been added to gathering points. These items are most likely the materials used to craft the new master recipes. Gathering attempt and integrity bonuses have been added to certain legendary nodes. The bonuses are most likely added to previous legendary nodes to allow you to gather even more items. I found the next entry of the patch notes about Prime and Sublime collectibles really interesting. Botanists and miners may now discover Prime collectibles when gathering. Prime collectible items that have reached maximum collectability will, on occasion, become Sublime collectibles when gathered. A higher gathering rate increases your chances of a Prime collectible becoming Sublime. Ethereal reduction of Prime collectibles. Prime collectible items that have reached maximum collectability have a chance of yielding exceedingly rare items from ethereal reduction. When using Sublime collectibles, you are guaranteed to receive these rare items. It's good to see that they're adding complexity to gathering collectibles. When gathering collectibles, you generally shoot for a certain minimum, and once you get that minimum, you just collect and then move on. With Prime and Sublime collectibles, it rewards you for going for the maximum collectability. The biggest question that I have about all of this is, what are these rare items and what are they used for? It's still a mystery because I definitely can't tell based on this picture, so I'm looking forward to solving the mystery in patch 6.2. The collectibles gathering window has been adjusted. This is just another quality of life adjustment. New fish that can be used for ethereal reduction have been added. I'm guessing that there will also be fish that can be caught as Prime collectibles. New varieties of fish have been added. Shout out to all my big fishers out there because it's highly likely that there will be more big fish added in patch 6.2. And shout out to you for making it to the end of the video. That's all I got for this overview of the 6.2 preliminary patch notes. I will catch y'all in the next video. Until next time, peace.